Welcome back, everybody. This is 25 and Invested, and unfortunately we are back on the phone as I cannot get Wealthsimple desktop to work on my computer for some reason. I think I reset Chrome and it just broke everything. I'm working it out. So today we're going to go through all 5 accounts, starting with my wife's, because we just added some more money to it and dropped it, as we said, right into Xeqt. I now have, well, actually my wife now has 621.8896 shares of Xeqt. I'm not a huge fan of all the 0.0000 shares that we have, but it is nice. It's good to see. Her total return right now is 2.616%. Pretty good. Average cost of 30. It is at an all-time high, but it doesn't really matter. This is just lump sum investing as we get the money right into Xeqt. This is the rational reminder way. Yep, so my wife's account, entirely Xeqt, that is up to $19,000, which is super cool. We're going to go over to my account, and my first account we're going to look at is the Tfsa, which is pretty big now. I did get rid of all my cash positions 2 weeks ago, which I said I was going to do. It is all into Xeqt. That is to hedge away from the singular stock picks. I wanted a 75-25, Xeqt of course being the 75. This is to take the edge off me, and you know, to stay disciplined in the goals I set for myself. I do love the idea and style behind value investing, even if it is a loser's game, and you know, even if you think you have an edge, long term historically, you may not outperform. I mean, some people do, but that is so far and few in between that if we're just looking at raw statistical averages, that putting all my money into Xeqt is the safer play. In saying that, though, I want to get better. So this is how I do that. So as we can see, Xeqt up 12.46%. This is because of how much I added to the account. So if I added a bunch of money to Xeqt, that drops the average, my average, or actually it increases my average, which is the better way to say it. As I buy more, it increases the average cost per share because I am buying it above where I bought it before. Waiting for a dip is also a loser's game. So yeah, that's how she is. As we can see, Ulta Beauty, I am actually back in the negatives. I don't think I doubled down on Ulta. Yeah, I didn't buy any more, so I'm not too hurt about it. SRU still there in the negatives. Nexus REITs still in the negatives. NEWT, I believe, is the worst performing stock right now that I have, but when we get up to Algonquin Power, we may be able to confirm that. Microsoft up 70%. Manulife Financial up 54%. Pretty good. Altry Group has been killing it still. And this week isn't actually a big changer, which we'll get to. Meta still up 162%. Home Depot up 16%. Google doing pretty good too, 54%. Intel, actually, I used to be up like 30 or 40% on Intel. I'm down almost 8%. Empire Co., which actually had a pretty big week. I think they're up like 5% on the Friday. Pretty good. Again, down, but good. Dollarama, my second best performing stock, up 131%. I have so little in Dollarama, it's such a shame. Dream Industrial, another stock that's performing reasonable, down 2%, but they pay a high dividend, so I do believe I am in the positives on Dream Industrial, but you know, damn, they don't increase their dividend very well. And I guess I'm just, I was looking for stock appreciation there a little bit, even through dilution, but I still believe in the company. I just don't know how I feel about how they control the stock. Dollar General is in the positives, which is nice. Same with Canadian Tire in the positives. Cool. That was negative last week. Berkshire Hathaway down from its highs, so I'm at 48%, which is expected. I thought Berkshire Hathaway was quite expensive. Caterpillar up 62% still. Bank of Nova Scotia down 6%, which I think is that's pretty low as far as I'm concerned. I might even buy a few shares or another share of it with the dividends that I have, which we will go over later. Yeah, BN. I have 100 shares. I'm up 18% on Brookfield, which is still nice. BlackRock up 26%. Again, not the highest. Alibaba down 31%. Again, not the highest. And Algonquin, which is down. It is my worst performing stock. Apple has been actually doing quite well. All the kind of big tech names have been doing quite well. I was kind of thinking about that. Now I'm going to coin the phrase, but I can't remember who said it. Value lies in the big tech names. And that was something that I was thinking about last year, which I acted on, and it played out quite well. I think that instead of picking some high flyer, small, like small cap stock, you're going to get a lot more value in the larger names. Let's say Apple. They can just innovate faster. If somebody comes out with a good idea, they can replicate it with such speed and ferocity. It's almost unheard of. So, Apple, Google, Microsoft, they're all playing more or less the same game of, if there's a trend, we could jump on it faster than anyone else, which is why I picked them. I have $78 in dividends. Again, I'd like to see that kind of maybe trickle into Bank of Nova Scotia. I still believe in Bank of Nova Scotia, even if banking sector has a bit of an issue in Canada. It would take something pretty catastrophic for something to happen. This year I'm up 21%. All time, the account is up 27.24%. On the weekly, which is this week, I'm up 0.25%. Again, not a big week. Is more just a shuffle around. So, I got high beta. Basically, some stocks go up, others go down. I just want more going up than down at any single time. So, just a light shuffle in all my stocks. We'll can out of here and go to my first home savings account, which hasn't really moved. We have Xeqt exclusively, and that is 261 shares. And once I'm done filling up my wife's Tfsa, once we are done filling up her Tfsa, we will also be opening a first home savings account for her as well and start putting $8,000 in, which I believe if that doesn't happen this year, it will happen next year, because we're saving quite a large sum of money at a time. We are saving about $4,000 to $5,000 per month, which the goal was $3,000. So we're actually blowing it out of the water. It is fantastic. It is so nice. We're going to go to my non-registered account. This is the penny stock account, if anyone's wondering. It actually has absolutely rubber banded back. On the weekly, we were down 2.9%, almost 3%, but on the monthly we're down almost 8%, a little under 8%. 3 months we're still looking okay, but and the 1 year we're still looking okay, and the account isn't really older than 1 year, so yeah, we got quite a lot of stuff all at once. Let's go to total value. Now we do have quite a few in the positives when we start, but it gets pretty convoluted pretty quickly. Yeah, not bad. We're again sitting on some. 1 second. Got a Facebook message about some paintings I'm trying to buy. Yeah, as we could see, we have a few in the positives, quite a lot in the negatives actually, which is quite all right. This is what the account's for. We got the high flyers, we got the low flyers. We have a few that are actually breaching 50% or more in the negatives. Like we have NUMI, we have Metamaterials, which is pretty normal. We also have Prairie Provident Resources and Standard Uranium all joining the mix. Standard Uranium, we actually sold out half of the holding, which is just great. Actually, I don't think we did. Standard Uranium actually condensed their accounts, which is even more funny. I guess they kind of saved the stock by reverse stock splits to keep the value up. So yeah, a lot of weird things happening in the account. a lot of stock splits, reverse stock splits. It sort of is a very, I'm not going to say a liquid account because that's different, but a fluid account in the way that things change rather quickly. It is not a liquid account. Selling things in the non-registered account can be oftentimes quite difficult. Moving over to the crypto account, as we can see, I am down 24%. We go to our 3-month because the account is not more than 3 months old, and we can see that it is a rather rapid decline. These are all the stocks that I have. Next week I will be buying another cryptocurrency. So if you guys want to see what one I'm going to buy, or if you want to make a suggestion, now is the time. Anyways, thanks for watching, guys. I will see you in the next one. Bye now.